Good morning, students. Now, today we'll be moving forward with our next topic of Nazism chapter, that is the Hitler rises to power. Okay, here we'll be learning about that how the Hitler got into power. Okay, now this crisis in the economy, polity, and society found by the background of the Hitler rise to power. Now, this crisis is just like a crisis in the economy, where the polity, which means a group of people in the society, found the background of the Hitler rise to power. So, all this Weimar Republic, and when they tried the Treaty of Versailles, so at that time, these all these things made Hitler very angry on the Weimar Republic, and he took it as a disgrace, and that anger led him to the dictator of Germany. Now he rises to power because of this anger and frustration. Let's see how. He was born in 1889 in Australia. Hitler spent his youth in poverty. So, the Hitler was born in Australia, Austria, and the Hitler spent his youth in poverty. Means the starting of his life was in poverty. When the First World War broke out, he enrolled for the army, acted as a messenger in the front, became the corporal and earned medal for the bravery. So Hitler was there in the First World War. So what he was doing in the military, he was simply a kind of messenger in the front. Like if you want to send any kind of message, so Hitler was the one who used to take it. Later on, he was promoted as a corporal and earned many medals for bravery. Okay. Now German defeat horrified him. Now in the First World War, the Allies defeated the Germany, so he was badly humiliated, and he was horrified because of that defeat. And the Treaty of Versailles made him furious. In 1919, he joined a small group called German's Workers' Party. Now he was feeling very disgraced when they lost, and he later on joined a party which is called as German Working Party. Now this German Workers' Party, he subsequently took over the organization and he renamed it. Now what happened? He just took the control of this German Workers' Party. Now after that, when he took the control, he renamed it. Okay, he renamed it the National Socialist German Workers' Party. So the name was also changed by the Hitler here. Now the party came to be known as Nazi Party. Many times we hear that they were the Nazis. So this party was the one which has been created as Nazi Party. In 1923, Hitler planned to seize the control of Bavaria, march to Berlin, and capture the power. Now, in 1923, Hitler wanted to got control over the Bavaria, and he started marching to Berlin to capture the power. But he was failed here. He failed and was arrested, tried for treason, and later released. So what happened? He got failed. He was arrested here, and after that, he was treason. It was charged on him that he is going against the laws and all. And after then, later on, he got released. But still, the attitude of the Hitler, because of all these things, was still the same. He was still angry, and still there was anger inside his heart, and he just wanted to take the revenge from this especially from France, because it was really humiliating for him that this treaty of Versailles, and he wanted to take revenge. Now the Nazis could not effectively mobilize popular support till the 1930. In the beginning, what happened, this Nazis party, this did not got any kind of support in the beginning. Now it was during the Great Depression that Nazism became a mass movement. During the Great Depression, when every globalization, every country was suffering because of loss of jobs, many industries were shut down, and the prices were hiking of every goods and commodity. During this time, the Nazism became a mass movement because everybody was just looking towards Hitler, because he was just like a messiah, that he's going to save us. So ultimately he was getting support. So this Nazi party started getting the support, As we have seen after the 1929, banks collapsed and the business shut down. Workers lost their jobs and middle classes were threatened with destitution. Now here the business were coming down, the workers lost their job, then there was a lot of poverty. Even the middle classes were suffering because of this. In such a situation, Nazi propaganda stride hopes for a better future. Now here comes the propaganda of the Nazis. What they were saying here, that they promised the people for a better future, okay, to the German peoples. In 1928, the Nazis party got not more than 2.6 percentage of vote in the Reichstag, the German parliament. Reichstag is the name of the parliament. Like in India, we have a parliament. It is named as Sansad Bhavan. So here in Germany, it is Reichstag, the German parliament. Okay, so in the beginning, this Nazi party, got only 2.6% of vote. But the later on, because of this support which they gained, it had become the largest party by 37% of votes. How much they got this time? 37% of votes. Because this is all happening because this Nazi party is actually getting support from the people. Now all the faces are turned towards this party as a supporter for them. So this is what happened when you strongly influences the sentimental sentiments of the people, and they all start looking towards you, and they just want you to be in power. So this is the change from 2.6% to 37%. It's a big change. You can see here there are small children, students. Now here they are saluting. You can see the style of salute. One hand is raised straight in front. This is the kind of Nazi salute. This is called as Nazi salute, which is done over here. Now here Hitler was a powerful speaker. His passion and his word moved the people. He promised to build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty, and restore the dignity of the German people. Now here Hitler was a powerful speaker. When he speaks, most of the people will be influenced by his words. He just used to shake the people with his strong actions, with the strong movement of the limbs, and he was very influentive kind of person. No doubt he was a great leader, and the anger inside him made him more furious. Now his passion and his word moved the people, and he promised that he is going to build a very strong nation. Now this is having a different definition of a strong nation in the words of Hitler. What does this strong nation means? We are going to read it later on. Now as of now, undo the justice of Versailles. Now what the Hitler is promising here to the people, that whatever the disgrace was brought by the Weimar Republic to the German peoples, I am going to just rectify everything. I am going to just bring back that respect back to you. Okay, so he is just telling the people that I will bring that dignity back to you. Now he promised employment for those who are looking for work. Now he knew that there are many people who are unemployed and they are all looking for work. So he promised for that also, and a secure future for the youth. Now the youth, Hitler was so much concerned with the youth people because he thought that the future lies on their shoulder. So he really just motivated the youth especially. Okay, so he promised them that their future will be secure and they will be living in a very strong country. He promised to weed out all the foreign influences and resist all foreign conspiracies against Germany. Now he told them that every single foreign entity will be gone now, and there will be no influence of them. I promise you this. So these were the words of this Hitler, and he was just taking everybody in the support, and people used to cheer him for his strong speeches. Now Hitler devised a new style of politics. He understood the significance of rituals and spectacle in mass mobilization. Nazis held massive rallies and public meetings to demonstrate the support for the Hitler and instill a sense of unity among the people. The red banners with the swastik, the Nazi salute, and the rituals, rounds of applause after the speech were all a part of his spectacle of power. Now, spectacle of power means when you give a very strong speech in front of everyone, then you know very well that you will have to do something which leads to a very strong influence on the mind of the people. And Hitler was a kind of person who was very influential, plus he knows the art, that how to convince the people and turn all of them in his favor. So what he was doing, he led the huge rallies. So because of these rallies, everybody used to look at Hitler, that what is happening, what is going on, and the rally was all about Hitler. So everybody used to fascinated because of this kind of rallies. So they just look at that this thing, whatever is going on in Germany right now is something great, and definitely whatever the promises of the Hitler is, he is going to fulfill it. So after this, even the public meetings to demonstrate. So when you try to influence someone, what you need to do, you will be creating a public meeting in front of everyone, you are going to speak. So Hitler used to stand somewhere and he used to deliver the speech from there, which will be very influential. So he just got the support and just created a unity among the people. So what he used to do, he made a flag in which the swastik sign was there, and also the Nazi salute. So whenever the Hitler used to move, so everybody used to give him a Nazi salute. Even the Nazi salute was so popular that if anybody is, suppose if somebody is there and he refuses to do the Nazi salute, then that was be considered as a treason. Okay, and it can lead you to death also, because if you are not in favor of Hitler, then there are possibilities that he may kill you. So even it was like that, that if nobody is saluting or anybody is not saluting, then there are possibilities that the supporter of the Nazi party or their officials are going to kill you. Now there was red banner with the swastik, the Nazi salute, and the ritual of applause after the speeches. So whenever his speech used to over, there was the Nazi salute, and after that there will be a great hand of applause for him, especially his speech. Now the Nazi propaganda is skillfully projected Hitler as a messiah, a savior, and someone who had arrived to deliver the people from their distresses. It is an image that captured the imagination of the people whose sense of dignity and pride had been shattered, and those and who were living in the time of acute economic and political crisis. Now everybody was looking toward Hitler as a messiah, that he is here and Hitler is going to take out from all this disgrace and whatever the crisis was going on, because there was no job, there were so much unstable politics all around, and every he got attention of each and everyone. No, because the people were just wanted to get back their pride again, which have dreams which have been shattered after the First World War. And he was also promising that he will bring back that dignity, so that was something great for them. Now the destruction of the democracy, here we are going to learn about that how the Hitler just destroyed the democracy in Germany. On 30th January 1933, the president Hindenburg offered the chancellorship. Okay, now what happened here? The president Hindenburg offering the Hitler the chancellorship, the position. Chancellorship is a position here. Like here we know that in India, the president offers this position to the prime minister, but actually the when the prime minister comes into the power, then he is the actual person who is in the power, and he can give orders or directions to the president. So here also all the case is the same. Here the president is offering the chancellorship to the Hitler, because this party has won, so he was given as the highest position. So in Germany the chancellorship is the highest position, just like a prime minister in India. So he got the highest position in the cabinet of the minister to Hitler. When this was offered to Hitler, he accepted it. By now, the Nazis had managed to rally the conservatives to this cause. Now, what happened here? The Nazis were just managed to rally the conservatives. Now, this conservative was against this Nazis party. So he managed to do everything well. All these rallies of this conservative, but in the last at the last of the day, who won actually? The Hitler won. Now, having acquired power, Hitler set out to dismantle the structure of the democratic rule. So here, when the Hitler got the power, he started dismantling the democratic rule, because the Weimar Republic, they just wanted the democracy in Germany. Now he was about to destroy it. A mysterious fire that broke out in the German Parliament building in the February facilitated this move. A fire decree of 20th February 1933. So what happened here in the German parliament Reichstag? What happened? A mysterious fire was broke out. So the building was on fire, and nobody knew at that time the what was the reason of this fire. Later on, it is found that it was Nazis only who put the building on fire. But at that time, they blamed it on the conservative, that the people who are in opposition, they have done it, and they were just catching those people, and they were just punishing them for all those things. Some of them were even sent to the just centers where they used to kill them. We are going to read it later on. Now let's move forward. So what happened? This fire broke out, and this led to the very strong move, and the fire decree was also been out. So here we are going to learn about this fire decree. Now this fire decree, now is a decree is a very just an law, and a law, just an order which is part to enforce the law on the peoples. So it was part on 20th February 1933. So this decree which was passed, what does it has to say? Indefinitely suspended civic rights like the freedom of speech, press, assembly that had been guaranteed by the Weimar Constitution. Now, this fire decree is just taken away the rights of the people which was earlier given by the Weimar Republic. Okay, so what was these rights? The freedom of speech. Before that, the people were able to give speech. They were free to do or say anything. Speech in terms of speech. The press was free to just print anything, and on the assembly a group of people was okay with the Weimar Republic, you can make association. Now all these things were banned by the Hitler's, this Nazis party. Now then he turned on the arch enemies. Now this Hitler is turning towards the main enemies, the communists, most of them who were hurriedly packed off to the newly established concentration camp. So now as they blamed it that every this fire has been put because of this communists, they are the one who has done it. So what happened here? Sudden, all of a sudden, all these communist people, whoever they are finding, they were been caught, and they were sent to this concentration camp. Now concentration camp is a place where they used to do a mass killing, because according to Hitler, it was very difficult to kill people, kill person one by one. So what this Hitler used to do, he used to gather the person, all the person at one place, and just accumulate those person somewhere, and then just with one stroke kill them all. So this was the attitude of Hitler. So all these communists were taken to the concentration camp. The repression of the communists were severe. Out of the surviving 6,888, how many survived? Just 6,888 arrest files of Dusseldorf, a small city of the half a million of population. 1440 were those of communists alone. They were, however, only one among the 52 types of victims persecuted by the Nazis across the country. Now, this Dusseldorf is a small place where the population was almost half a million, and only some of them survived over there. Just 6,888. But the communists, which were among them, they all were killed. But communists were not just the only target for the Hitler. There were Jews, there were Gypsies people, and include all even Germans also, and other parties people like socialist democrats, and even the German people, if they used to say something against Hitler, so he used to kill them as well. So among the 52 types, which include all these gypsies, Jews, so it was this communists were just one of them. So a huge mass killing was being done by the Hitler, or you can say Nazis across the. Now what is Nazis? Who are Nazis? So actually the peoples who are the supporter of the Nazis, they used to call them Nazis ideology. Nazi ideology means that those are ideologies which are being imposed by the Hitler. Means suppose a person is there, and they just got influenced by the ideology of Hitler, and they follow him like anything. So it will be called as ideology of the Hitler. So these people were called as Nazi. They followed the ideology of Hitler. That's it. Okay. Now on 3rd of March 1933, the famous Enabling Act was passed. Okay. Now again, an act was passed. This act established dictatorship in the Germany. Now here you can see everything is happening according to the constitution. Huh? See, an act was passed. What this pass is to say that now there will be no democracy in Germany. Now it will be all dictatorship. Now it gave Hitler all the powers to sideline the parliament rule by decree. Now here you can see the parliament, even the position of the president was disposed, because earlier in the constitution, according to the constitution, the position of parliament, sorry, not parliament, president was there. But now they are going to run their things by the rule of a decree. So it will be just like some rules and regulations and laws will be passed. According to that, the things will be, or the work will be done according to these rules which will be imposed. Now here all political parties and trade unions were banned here. So here you can see that all the political party which were there, every single party was banned except for those of the Nazi parties and its affiliates. So Nazi party was not banned because it belongs to the Hitler, and also its allies, affiliates who are with the Nazi party, they were allowed to operate. The state established complete control over the economy, media, army, and judiciary. Now, this Nazi party, they are having complete control over the media, so media will not write anything against them. Army was under their control, and the judiciary was also under their control. So these people can do whatever they want. Whoever they want to arrest, they can easily arrest and put them behind the bars. Now, after this, the special surveillance and security forces were created to control and order society in the ways that Nazis wanted. Now, what here they are doing, they're just trying to create some special forces and which will just act or do the things which the Nazi party want. Apart from them already existing regular police in the green uniform and the SA or the stormtroopers, this included the Gestapo, secret state police. So there was some Gestapo called. These were the part of the stormtroopers. So these were the secret police. If they'll find somebody that somebody is talking against Hitler, so what they used to do, they just used to go there and they will capture him in the civil dress, and they will take and that person will be taken to the concentration camp without any kind of legal things which will be happening. There will be no legal obstruction in front of them. They will simply catch you and they will send you to the concentration camps where there will be killed. The people will be killed over there. Now another thing was SS. The protection squad was there in order to protect. So these people used to stand outside the parliament, and this his Hitler used to get surrounded by this kind of police. Now there was criminal police, the security service SD. It was extra constitutional powers of newly organized forces that gave the Nazi state its reputation as the most dreaded criminal of the state. Now in here, the everybody used to get scared of this police and all these forces, security forces, because they were under the influence of the Nazis. So whenever they used to go, they will not they are not going to tell, or they are going to ask you something about. If they will find you are talking something wrong about the Hitler, even they can shoot you. So it was very the furious condition for the people that they got afraid of this kind of people, because this was just kind of criminal act which was being done in the Germany, because without any talkings or hearing to any person, if you're simply killing. Because what was the final solution according to the Hitler? Even if the officials who were the leaders of such kind of security services or squads, they just used to tell them, if there's a problem, if somebody is creating problem, just kill him. So this was the final solution by the Hitler. Now people could now be detained in the Gestapo torture chamber. Now what this Gestapo used to do, they used to take the people in the torture chambers, round it up and sent to the concentration camps. So there were chambers where the people will be tortured. After that, what happened, they will be sent to the concentration camp. It was just like a jail, but it was a place where they used to gather the people and they used to kill them. And suppose more people are coming from somewhere, so if there is need or requirement to kill more people in the concentration camp to make place for the new ones, they will be doing it. Okay. Now deported at will or arrested without any legal procedure. I already told you that there will be no warrant or any legal procedure. Simply you will be arrested without any legal procedure. The police force says acquired the powers to rule with the impunity. So here the police force was just ruling like anything, and there was no one to control him, because they all were powered by the Nazis. So that's all for today. I'll be seeing you in the next lecture. Thank you.